Hey there, Heather Ash here, going live on all the channels. So my personal page, my public page, Warrior Goddess Training Circle, Warrior Goddess Women, and on Instagram as well. So sending blessings to everyone on this Friday, the 13th. Woohoo! And checking in with all of you to see how your day is going. We are in day 3 today of the Warrior Goddess Anti-Resolution Challenge. I've been doing lives every day, and for those of you that are part of the challenge already, we're going to talk a little bit about, hey Delphine, about the blessings, the lighter side of the strategies. If you're not part of the Anti-Resolution Challenge and you want to join, sharing the link. It's antiresolutionchallenge.com. And I'm doing little 10-minute videos that get emailed out every morning. This is day 3. You can join at any time because once you join, you'll get the previous ones. Hey, Jennifer, glad that you're here. Hi, Sakina. So today we're going to do a shorter live, and maybe I'll come on live again later today. Yeah, that could be fun. We can do longer lives this weekend. But the exploration for today is around the blessings. So one of the things with the Anti-Resolution Challenge that we've been talking about is this idea that we can get stuck in strategies, in old forms of protection, fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, or in strategies of pleaser, isolator, controller, or distractor. And they're connected. Hey, Patricia. And that when we get popped into, we can say when we have a reaction to something and we get popped into a place of fear, because that's really what these different ways of being are. They're fear armoring ways that we protect ourselves, give ourselves the illusion of safety, and that they can be helpful and they can also be hurtful. Good, glad that you're able to listen today. Hey, let's Elizabeth see. I love it, Elizabeth. It is Friday the 13th, really. So the beauty is that there's gifts underneath everything. I'm actually in the middle, of taking a break from a coaching session with my business coach. And one of the things we were talking about is my innocence. Good morning, Laura and Deb. I really look through the world like everybody loves each other. This is the beauty and the challenge. Everything's going to work out. And I also then go to the flip, which is it's not going to work out. And how there is, no matter what our strategy is, there's challenges with it. There's places that it hurts us or hurts others or doesn't serve us. And there's also beautiful gifts. So with somebody, for example, that one of my strategies growing up was being a pleaser, was making sure everybody else was happy. And underneath that is a love of humans and being in service and making people happy. And it's just completely from joy, not from I'm trying to get something. So when we start to unpack the strategies, what we find is that underneath it is our essential nature of what we love doing in the world, of what our gifts are. And that when we can access those gifts separate from the strategies, we can start to then really support ourselves in bringing those gifts forward and untangling the places that we've brought in, creating a sense of safety, making sure that we're liked or that we're okay, trying to control everything. So again, for those of you that have been following along, we've been talking about these 4 strategies: pleaser, isolator, controller, and distractor. Each of us has a little bit of all of them, and we often have one that is more familiar to us that we tend to fall back into, and that underneath each of those is beautiful gifts. So let's talk about the gifts today. And again, we're going to do a shorter live today, and then we'll come back and I'm doing lives every day through the 17th. Yay! There's also what we call the tea and talk in the evening of the 16th. So I'm doing all sorts of live things this week. So fun. I'm so loving it. Hi, Lorena. Hello, everyone saying hi on Facebook, and hello to all the folks on Instagram as well. So the blessings, and really feel into for yourself what are some of the gifts that you bring? So one gift is what I just shared, this place of those of us that love being in service, that love sharing with other people and making other people feel like they belong, creating community. There's this place that at our core, we love being in service. When it's not tied up with a strategy, that is just purely from our heart. We're not trying to get anything from it. We're not trying to manipulate anybody. We can also let go. If somebody isn't happy or if things aren't working out, we can let it go and move on. Okay. Yeah, that's me. And that's joyful. Unfortunately, what happens with that sort of a person that like loves being in service and loves playing and loves sharing with others is that we can start to get caught in caretaking. We can get caught in, I have to make sure everybody else is comfortable. I have to make sure everybody else is okay, and that we leave ourselves out of the equation. So the remedy is honoring, I love just being in service. I love playing in this way, and I have to take care of myself and create boundaries and be clear, right? Okay, so if you understand what the gift is, you can then navigate where it's not serving you. There's others of us that our gift is seeing the big picture and being able to create change, to create structures that help create change, communities that help create change. So the first one we were talking about is pleasers and what the core like gift of a pleaser is. And the core gift of somebody who's a controller, when you clean up the control aspect, is that they see how to make change, how to create transformation. They're often incredible leaders because they have a vision and a capacity to take action. So the gift of a controller is that place of really open-hearted, clear eagle-eye vision and courage to take action. So where it gets compromised is then we feel like I'm right. There's one way to do it. Everybody needs, like, I'm safe if we're doing it this way, or if it's supposed to look like this way. And how do we know if we're in our gift or the strategy? If you're able to let go, if you're able to release and be like, I put my energy, my best in, and now I'm releasing it. Okay. Hey, Heather. I'm glad that you're able to be live as well. So third strategy is isolator. None in no order at all. So isolator, the gift of isolators is they usually have a really beautiful connection to the divine. They know themselves, they're intimate, they spend a lot of time alone. They often also are incredibly deep thinkers, philosophers, creative beings in how they see and perceive because they watch, they listen. So the gift of when you clean up the isolator, the gift underneath is self-intimacy, deep listening, the love of being alone in nature. They're also incredibly grounded often and connected. Okay. That gets compromised when it becomes a safety mechanism of, in order to feel safe, I can't speak out. I can't share who I am. I can't be vulnerable. And when we hold to the only way to stay safe is to never connect or to hide. Okay. So when we clean that up, we know as isolators, that's the tendency, is that we need to spend a lot of time alone, but that we're also willing to be seen and to find people that we can connect with. Mm-hmm. I love it. Hi, Reiki Art Love. Hello, love. Oh, I love that you're listening to the Warrior Goddess training program on Audible. That is fabulous. Yay. All right. And then our third strategy is distractors. And at their core, people that have taken on distractor as a strategy, at the core, the benefit and the beauty and the gift is this incredible creative life force energy, this capacity to do many things at once, to see the world through really, really different eyes. That creative, regenerative energy that is able to step into creating something new, to vision like completely unthought of possibilities and ways of being in the world. So when that energy is solid and is from the depths of our being, we're really playful and excited and curious, and we help others think in new ways. Okay? When distracting becomes a strategy, we're using it to avoid our emotional content. Okay? And that's really what all the strategies are, is they're a safety mechanism for us to avoid our own emotions or our own hurt. And that when we have the courage to clean up the strategy and to go deeper into honoring and loving who we are at our core, how we manifest, and not as a like, this is just who I am, but really as a, yeah, this is part of who I am, and I want to find the gift of it and continue to hold myself with love as I bring and take those gifts to myself, honor this manifestation, this personality, and bring it into the world, because each of us is needed. Each of our skill sets, our energy, our ways of perceiving in the world are necessary. We all have a unique, valuable contribution to bring to ourselves. I feel like part of the contribution is the contribution of getting to know ourselves, of being intimate and compassionate with ourselves. And then secondary is what we do in the world with it. Because when you are fully, authentically with yourself, loving this being and manifestation that you are, you're then clear and able to say, I want to change or guide this part of myself. And that your beingness goes out to others. Your love, your presence, your authenticity, your vulnerability, that then goes out to others as well. All right, love. So this was a short and sweet live today as part of the Anti-Resolution Challenge. If you haven't joined the challenge yet, please do. antiresolutionchallenge.com. For those of you that are on Instagram, just typing it out in Facebook and YouTube. For those of you on Instagram, if you go to my profile and click up the link, you'll see the direct link to go to the Anti-Resolution Challenge. It's free, 7 days, all the videos. Even if you didn't see day 1 and day 2, you can get access to the previous videos. You can go binge watch them this weekend. That's one of my favorite ways to do things sometimes, is I'm going to watch all of them at once. And for those of you that are already part of the challenge, I'd love to hear, go ahead and share on the post, wherever you see it on social media, what's your experience with the lighter side? What are the gifts that you have that are foundational to your being? I'd love for you to share more about what you're learning about yourself, hey Ines, around the gifts that you carry beneath the strategies. All right, sweet one. I am driving up to visit a friend later today, and I might pop on and do another live. I'll definitely be doing a live tomorrow at the same time and Sunday. So check in with me then on any of the channels, and I'm sending you many blessings. Happy Friday the 13th. Oh, thanks, Elizabeth. And again, please go join the Anti-Resolution Challenge. It's not too late. We're on day 3. And it's a beautiful way to, hey, Ro, to unwind the old patterns and habits so that we can step into 2023 from a clear, grounded, centered, gift-filled, inner supportive space. Much love.